ago, just to kind of get that started, that part of the camp?
Well, it was encouraging to see him tackle. We tackled better than I thought we would for our first day. We still got to continue to work on our football stamina. That's typical. Pads go on, practice is longer, the mental anxiety of plays and recognition can wear on you. We were out there 2.5 hours. It was a long practice, but encouraged by the physicality, encouraged by some of the tackling that we had. There's some situational stuff on third down and red zone that we worked on that we've got to improve on.
Besides the physical aspect, the mental aspect, I know that's huge when it's getting hotter, the pads are on, to finish every drill from start to finish.
Yeah, we're extending ourselves. Typically you'll see people have 4 and 5 play racks of plays with their 1s or with their 2s, and then they rotate. We're extending them. We're pushing them out there 8 plays, and we're presenting them drives, and we want to see where our football stamina is and not be surprised by it. It's all planned, talking to the staff, and a lot of guys who have a lot of experience with a day off tomorrow. This is a day to kind of expend your guys, and then coming back, then we've got 2 more in a scrimmage on Saturday. So I thought we had really good work today. I love what our team morale, they keep delivering. What we're asking them as coaches are continuing to deliver. They got smiles on their faces, and as the grind of camp goes along, that's where we earn our money as coaches to continue to motivate them.
Major, for previews that I'm doing just for the season, some of the moves this offseason, this is your second year, but it would almost seem like you're well further in, 4 or 5, with doing the route of some of the transfers to fill some of the holes, the new offensive coordinator. But was it just a matter of timing on all that stuff? These were needs that you needed, fill them with some, like you said, known commodities, and you had a guy who's got a track record on offense, and if he was available, you grab him. Is that kind of how it all just kind of worked together this offseason?
Well, it's positions of need. When you have 3 different coaches in 5 years, you're going to have turnover in the program, and you're going to lose a lot of players. And that's the reality of it. It's nothing that anybody really wants to talk about, but it's the reality of it. And you have to fill those roster spots, and at the same time build your program from the bottom. If you do nothing but recruit from the younger players, then you're going to lack experience, and it's going to show on game day. So you have to bring in some experienced guys that help you in positions you need. Continue to bring in high school guys and slowly try to build your program the way you want. And it's a game of catch-up. It is what it is.
Does it put a little bit more emphasis on the future in terms of, I guess those guys count against some of those spots? So I think maybe you can only sign 20 this year, where it's going to be more imperative that your guys, there's no misses, I guess, on the recruiting side. You use every spot.
It's not changing anything in terms of your philosophy in recruiting. Houston has always been a place that has taken guys in, whether it be junior college ranks or 5th-year transfers or 4-4 transfers. We've seen that work, and we have to balance out the position of need, how they fit into culture, what can their production be, before we start taking guys who don't have a full 4 or 5 years of eligibility.
Coach, on special teams, specifically the return game, you lose basically all your returners from last year, kickers and punters, but that's obviously a position that gets looked at every camp, every spring. You got youth, you got speed in here to look at. Early on in camp, and first day in pads and all that, but who are some guys you're looking to maybe getting a look at in both of those positions, kick and punt return?
Well, there's been a host of them. It's just a giant number of guys. We've had Marquez Stevenson back there, Grant Stewart back there, Keith Corbin back there, Bryson Smith back there, Kadarian Smith back there, Jeremy Singleton back there. It's like I said, right now it is open tryouts. Understanding the kickoff return, philosophically now you need to have some real good decision makers back there. You obviously want a dynamic returner, but the fact that they can give you the ball in the 25 with a fair catch, you want guys that can make solid decisions. So, and then the game punt return has really changed as people have gotten into spread in the last 10, 15 years of college football, and they started spreading things out. There's more free releasers, so there's fewer punt returns. So again, that guy's somebody that can't let the ball hit the ground, is very smart, very trustworthy, understands pooch punts and situations like that. So we're looking more at a possession guy. I know that sounds conservative, but that's the reality of it. You want to possess the football first, and then we're looking at return second because of the fact that there's not a lot of returns in the college game anymore. There's a lot of fair catches.
Chances are the guys you've got back there in the rotation that you're looking at are guys that are going to be able to do something when they have the ball in their hands.
Absolutely.
So you want
Absolutely.
them to have it first, though.
Yeah, we could go throw a tight end back there who has great hands, but we're looking at athletes that when the opportunity does present itself, absolutely, that they can go return the football. We just want them to understand the number one criteria to being a returner in our game is possession of the football. We lost the ball twice in the kick return game last year. We lost the ball once in the punt return game last year, and that's unacceptable.
Major, I asked this half jokingly, but